Hello, good evening everyone. Myself Samson Teron, and now we are going to start our talk show, that is six schedule talk show on six schedule part 180. And with me in the studio we have three panelists. That is, the first one sitting beside me is Mr. Rajiv Rongchon. He is all the way from Kamrup district, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And the second one beside me is Mr. Sarkri Rongphar. He is the General Secretary of APHLC, and you are welcome to join in our show. And
Thank you.
And the last one is Mr. J.I. Kathar. He is a retired IAS officer, and at present he is the president of APHLC. And thank you for coming in our show, sir, once again. So tonight we are going to discuss regarding the burning issues which is facing lots of trouble who are living in Kamrup district, that is Amri Karbi, right? So first of all, I'll take time, I'll go to Mr. Rongchon to say the current situation, what they are facing in Kamrup district. So I would like to hear from you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, would like to thank Mr. Jay Kathar sir that for having me such a wonderful opportunity to having a part of this show, that is 180th six schedule live show. I'm very thanks that I'm having an ability to stand here our words from Kamrup Metro. Actually, Amri Karbi people are the people who are living in Kamrup Metropolitan. And beside this, we are demanding and standing voice for the Karbi living outside of Karbi Anglong. That is like Sonipur and Nogao, by the Chariali. We think that all Karbi is one. So we would like to have unitedly as a new scheduling community, so that we can avail the equal power like Karbi Anglong, and we also want our identity to reflect in Assam as well as in Northeast India. And so we are fighting because sixth schedule, Karbi Anglong is having the good exercise of sixth schedule. That means protected of lands and many rights. So, but in our sites, that is in Kamrup Metro, the basically landforms are and geographically we are hills, and the place we are living is totally surrounded with big streams, rivers, and forests. Means we have plenty of resources in our side, but so we are thinking that as our forefathers and ancestors have saved our land to live happy in our environment with a good livelihood style, with a fixed attached with the surrounding with the nature. And so we are wanted that we also get a chance, we also have the opportunity to identify ourselves, that we're also Karbi living outside of Karbi Anglong. But unfortunately, due to our village headman, it was the last passes years ago, due to the mistakes of Parsuram Inti, who denied Samsung in this request for amalgamation and joining together and live together. So that is where we are now facing a problem, but we are understanding the circumstances now, and many people are understanding in our area what is right, what is wrong, what should we do, what should we not do. So we are demanding for Amri Longri. That means Longri means a place. And at once it was formed and it was named, or it is historically as Amri Longri or Amri Mikir place. But as the Mikir is not defined now, as it is alternatively we are speaking as Mikir to Karbi. So Amri Karbi is a defined name now. And people who are living in the forest and who love for nature, they are coming out for their rights, because education is now growing in our area. So we want our rights back. We also want to live and we hope the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council also take a good initiative for us, so that we can live happy, whether the language has differences in very little, but we are one. Blood is one, and boundary does not matter, because we are always one from the time of the ancestors. And so that is why I am very great to have you here, sir. It's my fortunate that I am today here. Just thanks. Over to you, sir.
Then another question, what I wanted to know from you is that the current situation, I mean, there is whether problem that you are facing. There is, I think you did not tell us that what is the power that regarding, if you tell us that regarding in your place, like political rights and like education and land rights. So special privilege given to you, I mean to your people?
No, actually our area is controlled. It is excluded to 6 scheduled areas. So we have no much protection in our lands also, because Assam government is introducing new land policies due to the New Land Acts. And you know, the Assam government, I do not mind to say, because Assam government is not good for the tribals, because you see they are taking the lands from the poor tribal peoples in Kamrup metropolitan for sake of their industrialization, and the forests are cut off and given to those migrant people who are not aboriginal in the Kamrup metropolitan. And that are all issues. And the burning issue is also there, that the dumping ground is about to set up in Tamlikusi, Kamrup metropolitan. It's a area's hills. It's a boundary of Assam Meghalaya. And there is a God Research Center also. In Tamlikusi, they want to set up by having some intermediaries like our Karbi peoples only there, but they are being sold for money, and they do not know what they are going to do with our people. And we have the problem of belt and block area also, although all the area is covered with belt and block areas, but government of Assam and the Kamrup administration is doing something extraordinary, which is very effective to tribal people. They are cancelling those belt and block area, and they are reorganizing those land as a non-belt area. That means that part of land can be pursued and sold. And so that is the problem. To any people, some Bihari, Marwari, and other can hold this land and do some productive works. But in that sense, the government of Assam should think that our people should be educated, our people should be industrialized, and our people should work, because the local is very important. And we are the people who are staying there before the independence, and we have our indigenous right also. But they are just insulting us by doing this so and so. And there is a problem that we are having only the employment rights and economic rights and education rights, and political rights has not been given to us. So we have no MLS, no MPs who can raise our voice to the parliament or the Bidhan Sabha in Assam. And there are so many issues that I cannot finish today. So many issues are there, I cannot write also. There are so many issues. We have to discuss one by one. It will take long time. There are so many issues.
And one important question that is, do you think that our Karbi people can contest election in your district?
Yeah. There are very talented people, but due to lack of finance and due to lack of the what is called the option for coming into the politics, means you see, we are slightly saying, but we are kept as a general people there.
No. And what my question is that can the government allow you to contest election in your district, especially Karbi?
No, they are not providing. They are giving some Das, Bora, and these odd people only. But the majority is the Karbi. But the people who are coming from out, they are just new people. They are coming in a sense of job, and they just pursue the lands because they has got the chance.
At present, it means that you cannot contest
Yeah, we
any
cannot
kind of
contest,
election,
because
any
they
election.
have a good chain between their own people, and our people are drawn out that because they do not want that we grow. They do not want that we grow and we get our rights, and with till that we are very tall or we are step down, they have the option, they have the potential to do anything in our land.
Okay, sir. Then I'll come back to you, but let me go to Mr. Kathar, sir. So, what would you say regarding the people? They are facing a lot and very difficult situation they are facing in Kamrup. So, what would you like to suggest them?
First of all, we thank Mr. Rongchon for elaborating the problems of the Amri Karbis of Kamrup district. Kamrup means now Kamrup Metropolitan, Guwahati, not the whole Kamrup. Previously, Kamrup was a big district, now it is divided, bifurcated. But what I know is that Sonapur area, the whole Sonapur area up to Guwahati, in fact, previously it was up to Ulubari in Guwahati city. It was tribal belt and block. And this in Guwahati city itself, it was de-reserved in 1978. But still, even after that, de-reservation was not complete. So people could not, other people could not purchase land. And in Sonapur area, it is still, it is said to be tribal belt and block area. But the government has tactfully de-reserved it on both sides of the national highway. I think half kilometer on both sides. De-reserve being going to be de-reserved till up to Jagi Road, and it will be included in the greater Guwahati city. That means the tribal people will not be able to remain there. And all the land of the tribal people are being sold out and then given, allotted to some other people. And so there was a case also at downtown hotel or something like that. It was there was a case, and then the court also had ordered for eviction, but the government did not evict. And now, since both the sides of the road the land on both sides of the road are being de-reserved, so it will be occupied. Now practically it was occupied by non-tribal people. And tribal people, Karbi people, somehow, I do not know why, although they are concentrated there, most of them sometime in after 1500 AD, many of the Karbi peoples were converted. Till 1960, the Karbi people, Guwahati city was 63% Karbi people. But until 1960.
1960.
Till 1961, it means that is the census, it is 63%. But now those Karbis, although they are still there, they have been converted into Osomia and some others. Most of them, they write Bora. Bora, Medhi, Kapoti, Das, Hazarika, etc. they write. And so only we could find them out during NRC survey. At the time, many grandparents of those people could be traced out to Karbi origin. But somehow they have been converted, and so now they do not claim to be Karbis. And so during elections also, Karbis are always defeated. They cannot contest. They can contest. They have contested also last time also, but they were defeated. I think some candidate were there. But now problem of Amri Karbi people is that they want the sixth schedule to be protected under the sixth schedule. Under the sixth schedule and autonomous district for them. That is comprising the present Guwahati metropolitan district and partly Meghalaya. Partly Meghalaya. Meghalaya people agreed, so far I know. They have not agreed. And then the Amri Karbi people, they would like to be tagged with Karbi Anglong actually in future. So because it is contiguous, a part of the land of Amri Karbi and Karbi Anglong is contiguous. And moreover, Amri Karbi, the word Amri Karbi, we have got Amri constituency in Karbi Anglong. That is from Nelly onwards, near Nelly, up to Birsingki, we have got Amri constituency of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. And we have got Amri Development Block also. And there will be, perhaps there will be Amri Revenue Circle also later on, and maybe a subdivision also. It was a big division of the Karbi King province. It was Karbi Kingdom's province. It is a province, one of the provinces of Karbi Kingdom originally. And the Karbis were jointly administering their land along jointly with the Khasi people. That is why in partly it was controlled by the Khasis. No?
Yes.
That is in cooperation with the Karbi people, including up to Jalukbari. That is actually Birigahidi in Karbi language. It is Birigahidi, and then up to Kepandam Adu. That is now they call it Pandu, but actually that is Kepandam Adu means the Amri Karbi people cleared the jungle up to that point, up to so-called Pandu now, near Brahmaputra river. And then the Karbi king had his police choki long ago, not now. That perhaps it was up to the time the British came, or maybe up to the time the Ahom king, Ahom people came, because Ahom people came and defeated our own people, in a war, and then a part division of Karbi kingdom along the foothills was cut away. It was cut away and partly remained in our Karbi kingdom, and part it went under Ahom kingdom, Ahom rule. That is why, since after that, when it was divided into two, the Amri people living in under Ahom kingdom had no relation with the Amri people in Amri kingdom, I mean Karbi kingdom. They had lost their contact slowly because their administration, everything is different. That is the reason why the Amri Karbi people have developed their own dialect later on, mixed with Assamese, somewhat like Assamese, not like Karbi people here, not like Karbi language in Karbi Anglong. We can understand their language in several ways. Anyway, and then the Amri people, so far they have been demanding that there should be scheduled tribe hills. They have been demanding it, but in order to frustrate their demand, a group of clever people in the Assam Valley, they instigated a group of them, and then they some people of the Karbi, they demanded ST plains, ST plains, saying that if they are declared as ST plains, then Dispur constituency, LA constituency could be reserved for ST planes, and then they will be able to contest election. That is the reason why the quarrel started, and somehow both the parties are unable to get, and the net result is that the Amri Karbi people could not be scheduled under the constitution, under Article 42. They are unable to get their ST certificate, either ST plains or ST hills. So they are losing it like anything. At present, this is their problem, I think, so far I know. And the sale of land, alienation of land of the, not only Karbi there, Boro people also, and Lalung people also, their lands have been steadily, in a planned way, it has been alienated, their lands. And so it has become general area by now. All the tribal areas, so they are in a dire strait now. Then what we have to do is, I think, we need a cooperation with the Amri Karbi people and the plain people. I mean, Karbi people in hill areas, in Karbi Anglong. We need a strong cooperation, not to do something against other people, but to preserve themselves.
And one more thing is that, sir, it is written in the Indian Constitution very clearly in Article 2 entry, formation of new state and creation of separate state. So in Article 3, it is very clear that even one district with another district, or one state with another state. So in the days to come, whether it is possible to join with Amri Karbi and Karbi Anglong, I mean Kamrup, Sonapur and Karbi Anglong.
So far, I think they have been trying that.
Yeah, we are trying a lot. We are trying our best. Even we have contacted the social minister of Central also. They are coming recently. We are just having just the schedule right now. We are
Tribal Welfare Minister.
Okay.
Union Tribal Welfare Minister, they have been contacting. And so far I know this KNC, KNCA, I think, or KANC, Karbi, Amri Karbi, AKNC, Amri Karbi National Council, they have submitted all documents, all documents, whatever was necessary, to the Registrar of India and to the Minister of Tribal Welfare Government of India about 2-3 years ago. And then they were about to be granted STH. But some people went and objected, and then now, as I have said, they are not getting even ST plains or ST hills. So they are in very difficult situation. Critical condition. They are. Their land is being taken. All plain areas are being taken. And then the hills areas to Morkrang or something like that, Barkacharong, all this thing, I think the vehicle cannot go. And then Jaluk Paham, all this area, vehicle cannot go. When I was Deputy Commissioner in Guwahati, I went on foot in those areas, hills. I rolled down on the slope of the hills. I could not control.
Sir, but it is very common, and we have to know is that a single tribe cannot get two status.
I cannot keep two
keep two status.
Cannot get two status.
If it does so, maybe our tribe will fall into a trap. So what would you suggest to all the people?
No, you cannot cut one person in two parts, isn't it?
Yes.
Otherwise, he will die. The person may die. So this is the same formula that, especially, I don't want to blame the central government, but see, this is the same formula that the state government is applying now, especially to the tribal people, especially the Karbis who are living in Assam. Now they want to divide
small
groups. Now they said that those Karbis who are living in Karbi Anglong and in Dimahas or NC Hill, they are granted STH. And now the state government, what they want to apply is that those Karbis who are living apart from Karbi Anglong, especially in Kamrup, Morigong, and Sonitpur, or some areas, they want to give, or they want the people of those areas to accept that STP. This is the same formula that one person will be divided or cut into two parts. So this is and we have seen the Karbis. They are the indigenous people of origins in Kamrup, but they are neglected. Just as Sir has said, if you just walk away from Pandordok to the Basorong or some till Ampri, you will not find even a good roads. During rainy season, you will not find even a good roads, no development at all. Nothing is found there. Instead, now even the area which belong to the Karbis people, especially in those tribal blocks area in Sonapur, the area was extended into metropolitan. Now the Karbis who are living there, they have to leave this land, this area, and they have to go to the hilly area. This is the formula that the Assam government, the state government, they are applying now. Now the best thing for the Karbis, all the Karbis, maybe the Karbis who are living in the Kamrup and the Karbis who are living in Karbi Anglong or Dimaso, the best thing to come together, to live together is that, I'll speak directly now tonight. The only formula is that the people of living, the Karbis that are living in the border areas of Karbi Anglong, they should come together and merge with Karbi Anglong in future. This is the only, this will be the only thing that will protect our people in future. Otherwise, now the people of Karbi Anglong and Dimaso, they are demanding, they are leading a movement or demanding an autonomous state or separate state. If God willing, then we'll get this autonomous state or separate state in the near future. But what will happen to those Karbis, our brothers who are living in those Morigong, Nogong, and Kamrup district?
Are we by blood not Karbi? That's a big question. Why we are left? So either we may born in the Bihari stomach, you know.
The thing is that even if those who have been converted to Osomia, their blood and flesh, everything is still Karbis. So we can see their physical appearances. They all of them. And so, and then it is better for them to reconvert to Karbis, because what treatment have they got? They are even service, government service. They are not given ST status. Their land is being converted in de-reserved and given to general people. General people, businessmen, all Marwaris, everybody. So it is better for them to reconvert to Karbis. And moreover, you see, when we look at it, as we have seen these few months, the discussions in the TVs and all, and then from the Puran also, the Karbis, their title have been given mostly when they are converted. When they were converted, they were given the title of Bora, mostly Bora. And Bora, that everybody knows, it means Gahori, it is pigs. We do not know why.
This is an insult.
Yes, it is an insult, but it is, we do not, after conversion of the Karbis, the title has been given to pig. Why they are called pigs, we do not know why. But whatever it may be, whatever it might be, it may be an insult, or it may be in order to stigmatize us, maybe, stigmatize, to make them feel as if they are so much inferior, equal to pigs, swine. So I think it is better to throw away those filthy titles and come back. Maybe they were, who knows, they may be Inkti-Cathars, or they may be Terang or Teron. If they take back their titles, it will be better. And moreover, the population of the Karbis will increase again.
They can check
increase like before.
they may check their all these things in the
Yes,
NRC.
yes, NRC they can
their
see in
forefathers,
it, yeah.
their grandfathers and all, their great grandfathers and all are all Karbis.
Yes, yes,
Who recently were converted.
Yeah, in simple way, it is better to be Karbis than to be called a pig, no?
Yes. Okay, thank you for making us regarding the policy which has been adopted by the government. So we should be alert, otherwise we will fall into a trap and we cannot get it out later on.
But we are already in trap.
Yeah.
We are in a spider trap now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We are already.
Yes. They are already
We are too
in a
late
trap.
by actually the fault of Parsuram Inti.
Yeah,
If
Parsuram.
the decision was good, then we could have enjoyed the sixth schedule power.
If he could accept, if Parsuram Inti, if he accept the call from Samson Singh Inti, then we'll be together now.
Yeah.
The reason is that he rejected the call of Samson Singh.
There is a third party instigation
Yes.
towards our.
Some third parties there.
We
some
have
ministers
heard,
are
yeah.
there. Some ministers are there.
In
from Assam.
ministers of those days.
Yeah.
I think the chief minister or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. He persuaded Parsuram Inti. They again, I think they spoke about religion in those days.
The religion is the main weapon
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are
They always
happening
use
here.
Separate us.
It's
Now also-
separating in
now-
Karbi Anglong also.
Yeah,
It's
Karbi
more
Anglong,
like-
they use religion all the time.
This is
So-
not. Actually, religious is our right. Whatever we want, right to religion is given in the constitution.
Yes.
So as per we can take anyone, but we should live as a Karbi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the main
That's the
thing.
right thing. Yeah.
No, and then,
we should understand.
Yeah. So through conversion of religion only, they become pigs actually.
Yeah.
They were given the title of pigs, no?
Yes.
So it is better to reconvert. My father was given the title of Medhi during reconversion.
Okay, sir.
For 10 years we were Medhis.
Oh.
Then after 10 years, my father realized that Medhi is actually much lower than Inti Kathar, and so he came back to Inti Kathar and became reconverted to Karbis.
Great, sir. Great.
Long ago that
Yes.
was.
And now we have another question. That is the statement made by given by Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. So I think he is misinterpreting the constitution. What is in the constitution in the 6th schedule? It is very opposite, sir. So what would you suggest regarding the statement given by Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma in
What is that?
BTR area, BTR region?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can buy and sell a land to non-tribal. He has given such statement in
In
BTR,
6th schedule area.
in 6th schedule area. So, is there any paragraph in the constitution? I mean, in the 6th schedule that everybody is open and everybody can buy, even the non-tribal can buy a plot of land. So,
I do not claim to be an expert in constitution or the 6th schedule, but so far, whatever we have come to know from the books, from the debates in the Constituent Assembly and in the 6th schedule now, we have found that protection of the land of the tribes people is the main reason for making the 6th schedule. This is the main reason for making the 6th schedule. And so, saying that land in 6th schedule area can be sold or purchased by non-tribal people is actually violating or saying against the Constitution of India. It is a statement against the 6th schedule and the Constitution of India. 6th schedule is a part and parcel of the Constitution of India. It is saying such thing is unconstitutional.
Yes.
So it may have been spoken by a minister. Perhaps he does not know. That is why he is speaking like that. I think he will know if we teach them, if we teach him.
but it is very clear in the Indian Constitution, sir. There is Article 19(1). It is very clearly written that the object of this article is to protect the scheduled tribe who are living in Assam.
Mm.
It is very clear.
Mm.
So I think he is not going through the constitution.
Mm. In a BTC area, there is a problem, of course, because BTC actually is not sixth schedule. Mm.
Mm.
The sixth schedule they got in BTC is actually not a sixth schedule.
Duplicate. Duplicate.
Because it is what kind of thing? It is some kind of an act for creating an autonomous council. That's all. Because sixth schedule says, paragraph 20 says it is tribal area, and sixth schedule is a mini constitution. And according to Justice B.L. Hansaria, it is a mini constitution governing the tribal areas of Northeast India.
Yes.
And the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Muhammad Hidayatullah, has said that sixth schedule is a constitution within a constitution. That means it is a constitution within the Constitution of India. Now, if constitution is a legal framework for building or constructing a country, then sixth schedule is a legal framework for constructing or building a mini country. That is the thing. And so in sixth schedule, it does not say whether because sixth schedule is not a reservation law. It is not a reservation law. It is not a land law also. The sixth schedule, the councils in the sixth schedule, councils of the sixth schedule, councils created by the sixth schedule should make their own land law in keeping with the traditional land laws of the tribes people, not a new land law. It is in keeping with the traditional land laws of the tribes people. Because one of the reasons for making sixth schedule is because the tribes people have their own land laws and all other laws for administration, and the wise people did not want to destroy the good laws of the tribes people. It is already there. Why should they destroy it? It is good already. Because all laws are made for the good of the people only. It is not for other thing. And then if the laws of the tribes people are already good, why should it be destroyed? So they did not want to destroy. And so they said that in sixth schedule, the Autonomous Council must make their own land law under paragraph 3. Under paragraph 3. That is what it is written in the sixth schedule. And so protection of land law is one of the main reason for making of sixth schedule. So the question of destroying the land or de-reserving, alienating the land of the tribe people to non-tribal people does not arise at all. It should not be spoken, even if in election campaign, so far I know. Because we should not tell a lie to the people.
So what I came to know is that if our land, if our political right has not been protected, then it is of no use of making this sixth schedule, I think.
Yes. If it is not protected, sixth schedule is protection of their language, culture, land law, their identity, everything. Including their traditional, judicial, for administration, whatever law we have earlier, customary law for administration, for judiciary and all, those are to be protected and developed. That is the aim of the sixth schedule. And so the question of throwing away these things does not arise at all. And if we throw them away, then sixth schedule, there is no necessity of any sixth schedule, and there will not be, the tribes people cannot be protected.
Cannot survive.
It cannot survive. We are all poor people. Even now, Karbi Anglong, because of violation of sixth schedule by the AGP government, and I think during Congress also, we are becoming poorer and poorer, and we sometimes suspect that the intention of the government is to make us very poor. That is what I see.
And I think, as per my opinion, regarding protection of land and contest of election and preparation of voter list and formation of village council, all those 4 things are the basic structure of the constitution, I mean 6th schedule.
Yes.
And in the Indian constitution, it is very clearly written that the basic structure cannot be amended.
Yes, it cannot be amended.
If they want to amend also, it cannot be amended.
Yes, this basic structure cannot be amended. According to the constitution.
Yes.
And according to natural justice, I think.
Justice, yes.
It is according to natural justice, this certain basic principles of the constitution cannot be amended. And one of the main basic feature is protection of the land. Culture, language, and traditional customary laws of the tribes people. These are the basic fundamental principles of the 6th schedule and the constitution.
Thank you so much, sir, for making the concept clear regarding the about 6th schedule. So I'll go back to Mr. Rongchon. That is, what would you say regarding to our people? I mean, we are living in Karbi Anglong and in NCL also. So what would you suggest to our people that we have been going under 6th schedule, but we are deprived in every side? Like still we are jobless. We don't have any land pata, and our youths, especially Karbi youths, are going in search of job and going to Delhi and like Bangalore and all. So
it's
that is
a
the thing
very
we are facing.
Serious question actually. Actually, I want to share my experience. That I am traveling along everywhere in here, Karbi Anglong, every 2 districts, East and West Karbi Anglong district, all over. And I have not been some other places also, but in the road, wherever I can go, I have moved and looked the scenario and positions of now Karbi Anglong. Once when I was not traveling to Karbi Anglong, I was thought that it was in my mind that Karbi Anglong is something extra. That is not our
like your area.
This is something like heaven, and
you thought that
we cannot. If we go, then people will beat and they will just pull them out from the area.
Them out.
So our thought was like this, and the senior people also tells like this: do not go there. This is a bad place. There are still terrorists, and there are many bad things. But now I have seen this is changed. But even it is very good that terrorism and all these things are changed. But development should be coming. The main thing is the road. Road is the way of development. The basic development needs is not fulfilled here. Only for show off it is doing here. I am very sad to say our roads are good than Karbi Anglong road.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So again, I'll come to you back, but I want Mr. Kathar to clear this point, sir. Why we face all these things in our district? Because we have got autonomous council, and we have the the right to make laws also. We have got legislative also. So why we are facing? Is that because we are fools? Our leaders are fools? Is that because of the public are unaware? So what is the main reason behind that? We are depriving our political rights.
Yes, it's Karbi people about Karbi people, although we are all Karbis here, and then it say in front of others, but it was written in a textbook. In a school, the children were taught, and I also read that book. It was, I think, Arhipat in written that Mikir Okora Naga Letera.
So
It is written, yeah. But it is written in textbook, not in magazine or newspaper or in an article, something, not like that. It is in textbook. Usually, all true, the thing whichever is written in the textbook are truths, no? To be read and known by everybody in the world.
So that it get published.
Yeah, it should be known by everybody.
Yeah,
So-
we are foolish.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, the Karbi are foolish.
Foolish.
Everyone should know.
Yes, yes. And so that foolishness was, we expose our foolishness ourselves, I think.
Yes.
For example, in 1935 also, we did not select Samson Singh Ingti as our MLA, but we selected a person who was only class 3. And he was, I think, an opium seller. He did not know anything. Then in 1946, again, Samson Singh Ingti from Karbia Dorbar contested the election, but his own person, his own men from Karbia Dorbar also was made to contest the election against Samson Singh Ingti. And that person who read only class 3 and opium seller, he got elected. And Samson Singh Ingti, the second graduate among the Karbis, he was defeated twice in the election. So the first CM, the person who passed only class 3 became the first chief executive member. And from the day he became chief executive member, he did everything. Did means it was not he did not know anything. Somebody utilized him, and then he tried to violate the 6th schedule from the beginning. So this foolishness, it is we can say this book, Vehicle for the Frogs. It is a book called Hitopodesh. Hitopodesh. Page 18. A Vehicle for the Frogs. I think this is appropriate in our for the Karbi people,
Make the people
Karbi leaders, yeah, because we want always a luxury, no? Good thing without working hard. They must get money, and contesting election and getting elected through the national party ticket is the easiest way, because national party ticket, national party want to control the autonomous council under 6th schedule through politics, through party politics. Through party politics, no? Through party politics, through the so-called high command. And so now mostly yes, almost from the beginning of new district. Yes, Karbi Anglong, Karbi Kingdom existed since maybe 1,000 years before. Since then, there has been Karbi Anglong. We had our king. Even now, we have our king.
Yes.
Although it is titular now, he function only as to finish, to complete some was that customary matters. He is only that. The thing is that our people, our greed is one of the reasons, and we want always to be on the top. And we are being utilized by somebody. We ourselves, our leaders themselves, are the handle to suppress our own people. So now, Karbi Anglong, as you no need to say how backward we are now. Our land, for example, from Sokihola to Tarapung and up to Langlokso, 100 kilometers. There is no road at all, even now.
We have to go through the river.
Yeah, through the river.
To other side.
Sikh people are brought through the raft, and sometimes the raft are broken, and then they die in the rapids. Rapids, they call it. The water is flowing very fast in those days, and then they are still like that. We cannot go to those areas. As Mr. Rongchon has said, we have shown, I think somebody who has been handling from Dispur. He is utilizing our leader here and then showing to the people that we are so advanced and so Jak Jomok thing has been done in Dipu, but not even in Hamren. Hamren, there is no road at all. There is no college also. There is no hospital worth the name. This is the thing. Hamren is a district headquarters. DC is there, SP is there, but there is no road. There is no light places at all. This is the thing. But this is the high command system of the political parties have been utilizing our people as handle to suppress our own people. I think our own leaders know about it, but they have been, most likely, they have been led to commit corruption and heinous crimes. Heinous crimes. They have been led to commit heinous crimes and corruption. And so through that, they have been legally bound, unseen fetters, unseen shackles, unseen fetters, which cannot be seen by our eyes. With that kind of fetters and rope, rossi, they are being bound, and so they cannot free themselves. If they free themselves, they will be caught. Some case will be instituted, or those heinous crimes which are kept dormant will be revived again against them. And so, although they know that they are the handle, they have been used as handle to suppress their own people, in order to save their own lives. This is the position in Karbi Anglong. So, and then they are made to allow to enjoy in a grand way with red light in their cars. And then Endeavor, cars like Endeavors, and then what are the costly cars? OD, Endeavors, and then Fortuner, all this kind of thing. They drive among the people of Karbi people only, but and among Karbi people, when they go out of Karbi Anglong, they are lost. Nobody care about them. This is what is happening, and so it is like this story, a vehicle for the frog. There once upon a time there was a serpent, that is a snake. Then he wanted to eat all the frogs in the nearby pond. He didn't want to catch them because the snake was already old. So instead he went near the frogs and pretended to be ill and tired, old. Said that, and then the frog asked the snake, "What is your problem?" I said that, "No, I killed the son of a preacher, the son of a guru. And so in order to wash my penance..."
This snake narrate a fact story.
Yes. In order to do his penance, that is to wash his sin, he went to the frogs to be their vehicle for joyride of the frogs. Then the frog, including their king, the frog king, including, maybe we can say, their chief minister or their chief executive member. We can say like that in our modern way, modern terms. So the frog, the king of the frogs, agreed, and all the frogs started riding on the snake. The snake later on pretended to be very, very tired, and hungry, and so the frog asked, "What is your problem?" He said that, "No, I have been riding for you, for your enjoyment, and I am tired and I am hungry. I have not eaten anything for the last few days." And so the king of the frogs asked him, I still want to ride. I want to enjoy. So you can eat one frog per day. One day you can eat one frog, one of us, and then you please continue the joyride for us. And so in the end, when all the frogs are eaten, only the king of the frog was left. The king of the frog was left alone. And he was riding, the king of the frog was riding the snake, and the snake coiled hard, and then he swallowed the frog. Before the king of the frog died, he exclaimed, "Oh, how foolish I have been." It is written like this, "Alas, I have been a fool." It is written. So the thing is that what we have to learn from this is that our people are enjoying, and then they are maybe trusting their own enemies. It is said that the moral here, it is written, never trust your enemy. It is written here. So our people are like this. I think
it is the elected leaders are surrendering their power.
Yes, power
To the
one after another,
one
and
by
the
one.
land is allowed to be sold. For example, on that day when our honorable minister finance said that the land of the sixth schedule can be sold, at that time beside him our CM was sitting,
He's
Mr.
laughing.
Rong Hang was sitting.
He's laughing there.
He was laughing and clapping his hands. That means he agreed to
Agreed,
it.
yes.
And just like this frog also agreed like that in the beginning, until the king of the frog died, until he was swallowed.
Oh, the same thing will do.
The same thing we are happening. Although it is shameful on our part, but unless we realize it, we will be nowhere. I think this Bongo Sena is very strong, is it not so?
Yeah.
And then we already know those Bongo Senas, whose names are not included in NRC. There are in Karbi Anglong 160,000. And they said that those people, those Bongo Senas or Bengali Hindus, non-Indians, Bengali Hindus, they will not be allowed to stay in scheduled areas. But till now, they have not been driven out of scheduled areas. They are still there, and we have learned that they have been given their movement is carried out by our own administration here to give them land pata to those people who are not in the NRC.
There are many illegal migrants. Those migrants, those who came in 1970, 71, they
Yes.
got easily their land patas. And I could not think also that our leaders, they are issuing these land patas to them.
Yes.
Circle officers and all, they are issuing land patas to them.
They look for money.
Yeah.
They don't
the
care
reason.
for our people. No?
That's the
Yeah.
reason. The same to this history that we
Yeah.
are surrendering our power one by one. And at last, what will happen?
But
Every
the
time
days will
yes.
come. That one day
this thing is
even
happening
they
now.
cannot accept.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
cannot escape from this.
They'll
this
not
one
escape.
fine.
Yes.
Just like the king of the
Yes.
frog.
Yeah, this thing will happen.
He
This
could-
thing,
he
this
could
thing is
not-
going on now.
The king of the frog could not escape.
escape.
He could only say, "Alas, I have been a fool." Only that much. But it is useless,
Useless.
by that time.
This thing happened in 1969 also, when our leaders and all, when they rejected this autonomous state,
Yeah.
which was given to us from the central government. They
Yeah.
rejected, and they think that more power is important this autonomous state. And at last, what happened? They realized that they became a fool.
Yeah.
Since from
Now we are suffering.
since from before 1969 also, since there is someone who is standing behind and instigate them to do this and that, and then the person who is standing behind our people, I mean, they force to our leader to commit this and that,
Yeah.
and our leader is not wise because of that.
Yeah.
Even in the MOS also,
Yeah.
it is they have signed an agreement with this one state and central that conduct of election and preparation of voter list and accepting Article 280. Point.
Yeah, I want to finish off my
Okay.
my statement. I mean my saying. Actually, we have been called Mikir Okora. Now, Naga Letera is exterior.
Things.
Letera, exterior. They have gone to take bath with soap and now they are clean. Nagas people are clean. Even now, if we go to Nagaland, we'll see all the Naga people clean. But Okora, that is foolishness, is inside the heart. Interior matter. This is. It cannot be washed with soap. Even if we use carbolic soap, which is used for bathing an elephant, and then if we boil the water, and even if we pour the boiling water on the man, also only his skin will be spoiled, only that much. But his foolishness cannot be washed. Now, even if we say that, all right, it is inside the heart, so let us operate. Even if we operate, there will be nothing. We cannot point out this is Okora. This is the foolishness. We cannot say like that. Nah.
Only the intestine, liver we will find.
Yeah, only blood will be flowing. And so what we should do is that the Karbi people, I think they should change their thinking. Mindset, their thinking, their thoughts, their thinking process has to be changed. Their thoughts have to be, their mind has to be changed. Then only they will be able to throw away this Okoraness, this foolishness. Then only they will realize that it is foolish to be used by our enemy. Only they will, but before it is too late. If it is too late, then it will be like that the king of the frog. Only at the time of swallowing him up by the snake, only at the time he realized that, alas, I have been a fool. But it was too late.
Yes.
So we should not be like that. Our mind has to change now, and we should know who are our enemies. It is the Hithopolis book has pointed out only who are your enemies, and we should not trust our enemies. That's all. And their language may be very sweet. For some time they may, with power they may give you, just as the snake has given the power, pomp and grand style of living to the frogs. They may do like that.
And what we have to know is that we have to look into the constitution, that who is our friend and who is our enemy. It is very written clearly in the constitution. Because we can point it out that all the hill tribes are our brothers and sisters. Though our language is different. But by blood, and the constitution itself is recognizing us that all hill tribes, I mean all scheduled tribes, are our brothers and sisters, and we can live together and peacefully.
And our enemies know about it. That is the reason why sixth schedule in Karbi Anglong is not only for Karbis. It is all for hill tribes, including Karbi, Dimasa, Rengmanagas, Kukis, Mar, Sham Tai, Khasi, Garo, all it is for them. If they are united at present now, in 1951, the population of all hill tribes combined together was 96%. Non-tribal population was only 4%, according to statistics. Then, and then the Karbi themselves, their total population was 88% in 1951. Now in 2011, the percentage of Karbi population has come down to 44%. And all hill tribes combined together, it has come down to 55%. And if this 55% people hate each other, fight each other, kill each other, then they will never be able to fight political war unitedly. So for that, to defeat their united efforts, so that they will not be united. Since 2002, there have been always quarrel, a fight, almost like wars between. First, it started with Nagas and Kukis and Karbis. I think it was 2002. 2003. And in 2003 itself, I think, there was a fight between the Dimasa and Karbi one side and Naga on the other side at Donsuri area, where a magistrate was also killed. Then in 2004, I think, there was a fight between the Mar people and the Dimasa people, very badly. Then in the same year, there was a fight between Karbis and Dimasa. See, in 2003, Dimasa and Karbi were united to fight against the Nagas. But within 10 months, the Karbis and Dimasa were made to fight against each other. Then in 2004, again Karbis and Khasi, they fought unnecessarily at PCR or something like that. PCR, or I do not know the pronunciation. In Khatkasla, that side. And so many Karbis and Khasis houses are burned down. I think some were killed. And when the Karbis and Dimasa fought unnecessarily, at that time many Karbis and Khasis also died. And then 12 villages of the Karbis were burned down, I think, in Donsuri area. They had to flee away. Till now, some of the Karbis are unable to return to their villages. Now, again, in another, I think there one more fight. Yes, in 2013 and 14, there was again serious fight between Karbis and Rengmanaga. It's a very, very transparent. It can be seen. Actually, we should know who has instigated this hatred and fight among the tribal people. The only gainer are the non-tribal people. Because if the hill tribes are disunited, then in election, the non-tribal people can elect their own men. Maybe the most worthless Karbi leader. They can elect them. So that that Karbi worthless leader can be used as a handle to suppress our own hill tribes people. That is what is going on. And it started mainly from 2002. So we should know who are there in power in from 2002. Then Kuki people also fought in 1988 among themselves. 1988, Kuki among themselves. 1988 and in 1992 against with Karbis. So these are the things. So the hill tribes people should know about these things. We should not be a pawn in the chessboard of our own enemies. We should not be like the king of the frogs.
Okay, we have got a limited time, so we wind up our talk show. But before winding up our talk show, I'm thankful to Mr. Rongchon, Rajiv Rongchon, for coming far away from Kamrup district to encouraging us to our people. So thank you once again. And secondly, I'm thankful to Mr. Sarkri Rongfar, APHLC, for spending his valuable time with us. And lastly, I'm thankful to Mr. Jay Kathar, APHLC president, and he is also a retired IAS officer, and he has lots of knowledge regarding the law and how to be united, how to fight together. He tells us and encourages us. So before winding up, I'm thankful to all the viewers for watching and do share and comment. And there is a Facebook page in this one,
Six
Schedule Life. So follow and you like, and then you will get a notification, and then you subscribe our channel. So everyone, thank you and good night.
Good night.